How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little on-the-road review, actually. Here in my honeymoon, actually. Second beer review I'm going to be doing on my honeymoon. Probably the last one. Never know, but probably the last one. Just got to our second location where we're going to be staying. Another Airbnb, and this one's pretty freaking nice. It's actually really close to Lost Nation Brewing up in Morrisville, about a half an hour or so north of the Alchemist. We came up and spent some time in Burlington, and as I said in a previous review that I did on the road, I was supposed to interview Kimmick from the Alchemist today, but it ended up being pushed a day ahead. So my whole journey was to go to Burlington and go do the interview there, and then go to Hill Farmstead. Well, today I just got up and went to Hill Farmstead. I went there for ended up being their anniversary day. It was insane hectic, but quite a good time. Ended up meeting a couple people. Actually, about 3 people ended up coming up to me and been like, hey man, I dig the reviews, which is pretty awesome. But I ended up meeting up with my buddy Jacob. Never met him before. He sent me beers from up Canada way. Montreal's not all too far away from up this way. So he came down. We ended up chugging some beers. And then we ended up coming back to Morrisville. This is where I decided to kind of pick an Airbnb. A really nice place, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm kind of excited to give it a whirl, sleeping-wise. As I am this beer, this is one of the beers I picked up today at Hill Farmstead. It is their What is Enlightenment. It is their American Pale Ale brewed with Amarillo and Simcoe hops. I did not have this at the brewery. I had a couple beers, but they were doing like fancy, crazy shit, so I had all that stuff. Anyway, let's dive into it. There's like a little nodule in there right now. No, this kind of tabletop, but we're gonna give it a pour, give it a whirl, see what she's all about. And yeah. Okay, what do we have here? I mean, just index finger maybe, size, just off weight head, and you know, infinite creaminess up top, super tight, uniform compact bubbles throughout. She's got a nice haze to her. You know, not that super butternut squashy, kind of chalky, crazy kind of hazy. You see with a lot of New England style IPAs, it's more of a kind of an unfiltered, super hop kind of pale ale. So, does she look the part of a New England style IPA? Yes, she does. All on the more non-crazy side. Let's see if we get a nose. This huge, bright stone fruit. It's not super ripened, it's not super sweet. Bright stone fruit, a bit of citrus on one end, a little bit of like soft melon vibes on the other. But I mean, for me, this is pretty much like big stone fruit, kind of bright stone fruit, like unripened stone fruit. I just got bit by a bug, so it's killing me. You're gonna see me scratch my arm the whole time here. There's black flies out this time of year. I've heard about them, never had to deal with them. But as far as this beer goes, does not suck, does not hurt, does not bite, does not itch. Well, it might itch the inner sides of my body to drink it, but she smells bright, she smells refreshing, smells drinkable, chuggable. She smells like Hill Farmstead does when they do their big kind of pale ales, IPAs, stuff like that. Let's just dive in. Cheers. Definitely going more citrus, definitely going more like melon rindy than that kind of stone fruit. More stone fruit on the nose. Not really much there in the taste, but what it drops out stone fruit wise in the nose, it certainly makes up for in the taste on either ends of the spectrum. Like I said, melon vibes, melon rindy vibes, along with a bit of citrus and a little citrus pithiness. Really beautiful, creamy mouthfeel. Super soft, super delectable. At the same time, retaining that bitterness and retaining that nice kind of fruit portion to show without being too kind of, you know, chalky and kind of just poopy. Let's put it that way. And I like those super dropped out bitterness, water nerdy beers, as I like to call them. But some of them can get a little bit kind of muddy and kind of, I keep using the word chalky, but kind of like that. This is kind of giving you a bit of those vibes while still retaining that nice mouthfeel, that nice luscious kind of creaminess. Super chuggable, super drinkable. I didn't talk about the ABV. I know this is a lower ABV beer. I forget what the ABV on this sucker is though. It was canned only a couple days ago. Actually yesterday, I think. I know this is lower in ABV, but regardless, super nice, super drinkable. I mean, it's what you want. It's what you want in a six-pack form when you're going to go golfing, when you're going to go barbecuing, things like that, but in a new next level kind of stuff. You know, these are the kind of beers when I talk about I'm getting a bigger kind of double IPA or an imperial IPA or IPAs that push into the 7% range. I'm like, I like the flavor profile I'm getting, but I don't want this to be 7.5. I want this to be 5.5. That's what this is. This is giving you those kind of flavor profiles a lot of people end up throwing out there in these higher ABV pale ales, India pale ales, but you're getting in a more tight and concise package, a well-made package, if you will. Visit from the mower. You know we're doing well when we get a visit from the mower, because that means everything's going fantastic. But yeah, super tasty, super drinkable, just well-made all around. Impactful enough to give you what you want IPA-wise, while at the same time, kind of almost in the session range where I think you can drink a bunch of these. So that ends up being a pretty tasty beer, and kind of, I won't say capping off a pretty tasty journey, because I still have tonight and tomorrow to go. But yeah, pretty good stuff so far. It was nice to hit these breweries, to have so many beers from these breweries that I ended up hitting over the past 48 to 72 hours, and actually be able to visit them and see what they do is pretty awesome. But as far as this goes, I dig it. So yeah, let's talk about it. Is this one of the better pale ales that I've had in the last, several months? It's worthy of being in the conversation. There's some ones I've had better that do me better, but as far as a just drinkable, chuggable, lower ABV pale ale with a big hop impact, it's hard to find one better than that. I mean, if you're gonna kind of tie it into that, that's all of the what's the word I'm looking for? Box. Let's go box. Value and availability. It's a whole Farmstead. I think this is like $13 for a 6-pack. Sure, 12-ounce cans, but you're getting a 6-pack, so that's perfect. I actually like the 12-ounce format better. Brewery only, obviously, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like big pale ales with a big hip hop impact, but you want it in a lower ABV format, and that's what you're gonna get here. Super tasty, super drinkable, super awesome. So there you go. Another review in the books. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing podcasting stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Hill Farmstead right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.